We're out here at the club, getting ready to actually line up a couple food plots that I tilled in a few days ago. But I wanted to take a minute to kind of talk about turkey season we had this year. It was very educational, to say the least, mainly by trial by fire type of season. It was my only second year turkey hunting. I just picked it back up once I got back from Japan. So this was my actual first full season. Did a little bit last year up in Virginia, but so you know there was definitely a sharp learning curve. But getting back to our season, we had a lot of close encounters. A lot of good birds coming in. We just had them hanging up at 50 plus yards. Being that I was bow hunting, that kind of made for a little frustrating. I had to let a lot of stuff kind of walk. All in all, man, it was a great season. We had fun. We learned a lot. Check it out. We're back out here at the club, chasing these long beards. Been a pretty busy morning so far. We got 3 or 4 gobblers hammering right around us. We have one sound like at 120 yards behind us. So we're hoping they make their way into this field. They tend to come into this field and head towards the other end, a lot of striking and whatnot. So we're hoping that pattern holds true. And hopefully all our luck comes together and we can put one down on the ground today, so we'll see. Well, this morning we had moved the blind up to the edge of this field, set the blind up on the field edge. We have been seeing them cut this inside corner of the field, so we wanted to go ahead and try and take advantage of that and get on them. So we're sitting here in maybe about an hour or so before daylight, or after daylight rather. We had a couple hens kind of make their way into the field. I think all in all we had about 7 hens in the field, and I caught movement off to our left, and these two gobblers came in. There's a tom right here. Look in the corner of the blind. You can see him sticking his head up. Which one? To the right. Oh yeah, I can see a thing dangling. And they just put on a show, man. But it was just fun to see, man. Anytime you can get that kind of display going, it just adds that much more to the hunt. We chased these birds around actually the rest of the season. I think the bird actually killed ended up being one of these birds. These were the 2 birds that were constantly in these groups of fields. We didn't see many other ones. Another encounter with those 2 toms we've been chasing. I've seen the last 3 times we've been out here, and from where I was the first 2 days, it was hard to tell exactly where they were coming from, because we have this, I'm guessing it's a cabbage patch, and it had some weeds growing up through it that's probably about 3 or 4 foot high. So from the blind in the other field, we couldn't see across this big field that we're in. It kind of acts like a barrier. So by the time we saw them coming in the field we were in, you couldn't tell where they came from. So today where I'm at, I was able to see where they came out of the wood line and how they entered that cabbage patch on the way to that first field. So if it doesn't play out today, I'm gonna come back Friday after work, and I'm gonna set the blind out on the point where I saw them enter the cabbage patch at. We should be put in a pretty good position to really take advantage of their routine and their pattern. I hear them gobble every morning coming off the roost. And like I said, they hit that field every morning. So these birds have made it personal. I've seen them every time and gotten so close, real close the first time. And they keep giving us the slip. So we got something for them on Saturday if it doesn't come together today. So one way or another, those beards are coming home with me. So stay tuned. I'm literally He's surrounded by snakes right now. Literally 2 little black snakes hanging out on our knee. Just like right there. Yeah, we had this bird come in. We first saw him about 250 yards out on the wood line, and he was just pacing back and forth in the wood line and wasn't really making any progress anywhere else. We called to him, and he'd answer us right back, gobble, gobble, gobble. I had a handheld call and had a couple mouth calls with me, so I handed my buddy Mike the box call or the hand call. It was at Primo's the bombshell call they came out with. But I gave him that call. I took the diaphragm. And we got a couple dual yelps and clucks going on. That really got him fired up, man. He was double gobbling, triple gobbling, and cutting us off like every time we would touch a call. And that ended up making him break, and he actually came across the field. He's triple gobbling. We called him in from about 250 yards, 300 yards out. Called him up to 50 yards and he hung up and wouldn't come any closer and was kind of losing interest in the decoys. And he kind of looked like he was about to make a hasty retreat, and I settled my pin on him, and he was about 55 yards when I took the shot and sunk just under his breast, just missed him. He left and hung up in the field probably about another 150 yards and started gobbling and strutting again. So he was fired up, man. We just couldn't get him to come in and make it happen that time. All right. Well, it's April 11th. We're down here back at the club, getting after these turkeys again. I moved the blind yesterday over to where we've been seeing these turkeys come in a lot. And they've been coming in the field and hanging up in this back corner of the field. So I went ahead and moved my blind down there yesterday, try and get closer to where they're hanging up at, and hopefully we can finally seal the deal. It's been a long season, a lot of early mornings, a lot of close calls, but we ain't been able to get it done yet. So hopefully we can seal the deal today and finally reap the rewards of all the work and time that we put in in the turkey season this year. So went ahead and did the interview in the truck this morning, because where we're going to be at is pretty much right on top of where they roost, probably within, I don't know, maybe 60 to 80 yards or so. So we're going to be as quiet as possible going in. And they've been flying down right at first light, really before I have enough camera light to film in the blind. So figured I'd go ahead and just knock it out now, and that way it was done. We could just stay quiet once we're in the blind. So stay tuned, and I got a good feeling about today. I think we're gonna get it done. So we'll see how it works out. Pin 'em and stick 'em. Bird flying down right now. Just flew down on the roost. Alright, so here's what happened. We had that bird fly down in off the roost. I thought he was gonna land on top of us, but landed about 60 yards out and turned, saw the hen decoy I got set out, and walked right into it. I think I shot him at, I don't know, 3 yards, something like that. I put my pin right on the base of his neck, about right here. He ran off. I saw him stand on the edge of the wood line for a minute or two, and kind of lost sight of him. So I don't know what to think. I'm pretty new to turkey hunting. I know the shot hit. I went back and watched it on film in slow-mo and watched the impact. I mean, to me, it looks like it should be dead turkey. So I think we're gonna wait a little bit, give it some time, and go from there. But hopefully we got a tom on the ground. Look like a good bird. Probably about a 9-inch beard if I had to guess. But that quick, man, it was that quick. Sun had just came up. I think it was like 6:59, probably 6:57 when he flew down. Shot him at like 6:59. So it happened quick. It's crazy how quick a season can go from frustrating to, well, I'm not going to say celebrating yet until we get the bird in hand, but feeling pretty good about the shot, so we'll sit tight for a little while and see what happens. Well, here we are a couple days later. Got this bird all caped out with buddy Mike. Went and found him. Had to run into work, so I wasn't able to stay as long as I needed to go look for him, but he ended up going probably about 250 yards or so, and piling up back in the woods. I don't have a clue how the bird made it that far. He's got a hole out of his neck from the exit hole the size of a baseball probably. So I don't know how he made it that far, but we got him. First Osceola, first turkey period, is down, self-filmed and with the bow, so I'm pretty stoked about it. We're going to finish up the season and get Mike one, and we'll be 2 for 2 in Florida. Get him and stick him.